Okay, we lit it just like a fuse, so no need to pick and choose. Welcome to 2020, where we do more than interviews. The hottest be coming through, jumping knowledge on all of you. Get a peek at the front of you with the truth that they offer you. Yeah, hands up, we doing it for the culture. To give artists and businesses more exposure. Keeping it real and stay solid just like a boulder. It's about to go all the way down, can't get no lower. Chasing my dreams, know that they get no slower. But if I stay running, I promise they getting closer. Moreover, success my older. And if you're sleeping on me, I'm waking them up like Folgers. I told you, coming from the land with the tide roll. Well, we'll be on a whole different vibe though. We like to ride slow and keep our windows tinted so you really can see us like Stevie Wonder waking up with his eyes closed. Yeah, got the kind of flow that rock the boat. On my 16s of pounds of dope. And if you figure you can hang with me on the mic, then grab some rope. Matter of fact, better grab some hope. While you at it, we keep it live, it's time to tune in. Turn up the sound on what you're using. It goes so hard, I think it's bruising. The show is 2020, no need to zoom in. Yeah.
Hey, yo, what's up? It's your boy, Sir, of the 2020 Network, LLC. Please say the LLC. And today, we're doing something a little different. I know typically you like to see me in person out and about, but I had to reach out to a couple of streamers that I follow. One in particular that came into mind is this young lady right here. Niv, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited for this interview. This is my first interview I've ever done with anyone.
Man, found you on TikTok, and I've been following you for I know over a year because one of the first videos I saw, I was looking up streamers who were Greek, and I was like, "What? That's a whole thing?" So I came across your page, and I was like, "Oh, she's mad funny." And one of the things I was telling people about you is not only do you stream, but you, my lady, are a professional shit talker. What I mean by that, and respectfully, is that you don't take any BS. Like if people are doing dumb things on stream, one of the things that I've noticed, it is a male-dominated space. So with you finding like your own corner, your own niche, your own lane to roll in, you're not afraid to clap back at people that say stupid stuff. And I admire that. I think as a black woman in this community, I think that's important. You know, I think that's powerful. So thank you for doing this interview with me today.
Of course.
All right. So let's get right into it because I got my questions and I don't want to get over here and start having people saying I'm pandering and stuff. You know how that go.
No,
Um, so interesting start. How did you come up with your stream name?
so my original stream name was Ay0Niv, what's up? That's a mouthful, and people were telling me to cut it down, so I did. It was kind of like a call and response. It's like Ay0Niv, what's
What's
up?
up?
But now it's just, Ay0Niv. The Niv part obviously comes from my name. My full name's Navante, but I don't bother with that, so I just put Niv just to include my name in my streamer title.
Right. So how long have you been streaming? Like I said, I found you about a year ago. How long have you been doing this totally?
Well, according to the oldest video I have on my Twitch account, I've been doing this since 2020. I
Wow.
would dare to say maybe 2019, but for sure probably 2020.
That's crazy. And that's the pandemic time, if I'm thinking correctly.
Mhm.
So like right when it started kicking up. So I gotta ask you, what kind of got you started streaming? Like what inspired you? What moved in you to say, you know what? I play games already. I'm gonna take this online.
So when I first started playing Apex, when I was still with my boyfriend at the time, he was teaching me how to play Apex. I was new to the whole scene of doing online battle royale shooters because I never played any of that. I was a single player person. When I finally started to get good at the game, something in me just told me, let me go get a PlayStation camera that day and then just use his PlayStation at the time to stream.
So and this is off the record a little bit. How was that first experience? Like were you nervous or like what was your emotion going into that first session?
Honestly, I didn't have any. I really didn't even know where I was gonna go with it. I just decided to do something on a whim. So it was just like, okay, I'm gonna start doing this, and
Mhm.
everything else will fall into place eventually when I figure it out.
All right. So things start to fall in place. You start getting people to follow you and stuff. Like at some point you had to look back and look look at like the metrics and stuff. You're looking at follower count and things because, everybody wants to build. So, what were some of the things you sought to improve, like some of the skills that you acquired along the way?
Um, Learning that I don't have to be in a box. I
Mhm.
strictly was an Apex person for a long time, and then I got burnt out on Apex, and I was like, I need to do something else. Uh, I don't want to be strictly known as being doing Apex. I want to be known that I play other single player games. Simulator games are my thing. Doing fashion, I want to be in essentially not everything, but everything that I can be in without overextending myself.
I love that. And it sounds like overextension is a problem that a lot of us run into because we try to worry about consistency.
Mhm.
And so that's going to lead to my next question. Like, what is your favorite day to stream?
Um, I don't really have a favorite day. I can tell you my least favorite day to stream is Saturday because I go to church the next day and I tend to
Mm,
stream. I make it to where I get to like once at 11 o'clock, I turn off the stream and I go to sleep, but I'm still wired from like streaming. So it just takes me a while to like wind down for the
okay.
next day.
Nah, I feel that because the adrenaline rush, and then you, like I said, you're very vocal. You're having fun, and I can understand that too because it takes a while for my brain to stop thinking for me to fall asleep.
Mhm.
I just end up laying there, and so I feel that. So, given that process, because you sound like you starting to realize your flow with streaming, how has streaming affected your personal life so far?
Um, I really wouldn't say, I would say it's affected my ability to like probably work out as much as I would like. But as far as like social, I remember a time when I was in college, I streamed. My line teacher told me we're going out to the club or whatever. I said, okay, I have about this much time to stream before I have to leave. I
Uh-huh.
did a quick stream, got off, and then went out to the club. So it never really affected me socially because I was still balancing, being Greek, doing stuff because I was on e-board, hanging out with people, and
Mm,
then streaming every so often when I had a chance to.
that's wild. Yeah, you're busy, man. Like, kudos to you. Sound like you got it like lined up.
I
Well,
try, I try.
so let's get to the fun stuff. So I mentioned earlier, like one of the things that stood out to me is that you don't play. Like if somebody says something dumb, you're gonna let them know it was dumb. So what encouraged you and like how do you handle the trolls?
I sometimes give trolls grace. I pick my battles, but I would say I pick every battle. Uh, I remember one guy told me like you should use these trolls to like, boost your following. And I do sometimes, but sometimes I'm like, okay, that's enough. Let's wrap it up. I'm tired.
Mm,
Um, so I deal with it. I say what I need to say, and we can either you can either stop or I'm just gonna keep talking.
facts, facts. So let's go back a little bit because before we started the interview, you were discussing like how you had to go back and really see some of the information that you started with as far as like when your early days. So let me ask you this. One of the things that people don't discuss with success stories is who was behind them motivating them. So who has supported you, especially in those early days when you were first streaming?
Um, so a follower named Cam, I don't know how he found my account, maybe from TikTok when I first had my account when it was sitting at 16K. I'm at like 48K now and still growing. Um, I would say Cam, um, my friend Anthony, I think he sat in my stream and helped me to get at least to affiliate with Twitch.
Mm,
I will give credit where credit is due. My ex also did help me, Justin. And currently, as far as now, my friend Devin helps me. He is constantly pouring into me and supporting what I do. And I don't think
so
I would have a lot of the stuff, especially my PC, without them. So I'm grateful for everybody, old and new, who have like been there for like the PS4 days to like the PC days now. I'm super grateful for them.
that's what's up, man. So that's going to lead me to my next question. We talked about the beginning, those behind you. Shout out to having great friends and those people around you. The importance of a great circle is really pivotal to me. And I want to ask up to this point because you've been doing this 5 years. You just mentioned 48K followers, which is crazy. You know, what has been your biggest achievement this far?
Just, well, I would say I never thought once I lost my TikTok account, because I have more followers on there than I do on Twitch. When
Mhm.
I lost it the first time at 16K, I was like, it's over. I'm not going to be able to, get back to where I was.
Mhm.
But the fact that I was able to not only get back to 16K, but double it and triple it to get to almost 50K is just insane to me. Like I would have never thought that I could even get that far and have that many people watch my content. Because I just be doing whatever at this point. I do whatever I like. It don't
Yo,
matter.
I think that's awesome. That's got to be liberating to see something like that occur because losing 16,000 is crazy. I'm sitting at 6,000. I'll be tripping when I lose like 10. So so seeing that literally triple and you're still doing the same old thing, like you're still doing you and being authentically yourself, it's got to feel amazing. So again, kudos to you, man. I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you.
So now, for every up, there is a down, and I'm one of them people that believe in transparency. So at any point did you feel that you wouldn't be successful? And
Oh
if
yeah.
so, who or what changed your mind?
When I first started, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, obviously, I started just because, but in the beginning, I was like, how am I going to get at least 3 followers or like 3 people to watch my stream? And I can't even, like, my stream is terrible. It's laggy. When I go back and look at those old clips, like, they look atrocious. And I'm like, people was really sitting here watching this and they did not care. And I appreciate that so much. You know, but that was a moment where I was like, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. I never had an issue with comparing myself to other streamers that were in better places than me because I'm like, I know what I have and what I'm working with, but I also know if I want to keep moving forward, I'm gonna have to upgrade this stuff.
Mm. Now, what was that process like? Because going from console to PC, it's a little bit of a jump.
Yes, it is. I don't know much about computers. Like I said, I had to ask my friend Devin. I asked around for my friends who are in computer science. I asked Devin, like, what do I need to do PC wise? And since I was working like 2 jobs at the time, so I was able to get everything kind of all in one go, a desk,
Wow.
two monitors and a PC. I got my PlayStation eventually. So just being able to have people to guide me because in the area that I've never been an expertise in, I'm good at technology, but when it comes to like the schematics of technology or why I could get this over this, I don't know. I still don't know.
I feel that. Respect to you because it is a lot. Like opening this thing up and this one over here, I built on my own, but this is the second one I built because that first one, oh God, I fucked up like bad.
Yeah, you're
It
strong.
wasn't it wasn't pretty, bro. So Nib, let me ask you this. I love to think future, right? Because you come this far, 5 years, you're doing amazing, and I can tell that you're gonna do even greater coming up. So where would you though like to see yourself in the next 1 year, in the next 3 years? And then in the next 10 years.
Well, I just blend everything together. If that's all right with you.
I'm cool with it.
I would love to be able to bridge the gap with gaming and fashion. That is another aspect of content that I make. I don't do it as often as the gaming stuff, but I'll pop out and do fashion videos or like styling stuff. I would love to put that gap together and get so famous to the point where I forgot who was on the red carpet or whatever award show it was, but he had an outfit made for him that was inspired by I think Giorno Giovanna from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. I want to get
Are
there to
you
the point where
serious?
right. I want to get there to the point where the people over at JoJo's, they see me and they want to either like work with me or do something along the lines of that. I just want to do something with fashion while also still gaming.
I love that, man. That will be hard. And like you said, I have seen your fashion content. It just seems like you're just having fun. And I love that. I think that's part of the authenticity that draws people to you.
Mm-hmm.
Not only you make it look easy, but I guess it is easy when you're just being you. So kudos to you. I think you could pull that off, man. Real shit. I don't think it would be a problem for you to eventually get that. You already got the people's attention. So just keep shouting them out. Keep doing it, man. So this is going to bring me to my last question. And honestly, it's my favorite because we get to dedicate this question to the people that's watching this interview, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the hardest thing to do is exactly what you did. You had an idea, you had an inkling, and you ran with it. What words of encouragement would you have for someone who has an idea, but they're afraid to act on it?
If you think you don't have an audience for whatever you're trying to do, you do. There are people out there that want to see what you want to create, what you want to bring to the table. There's someone out there that has thought about doing it, but maybe didn't have the courage to do it.
Mm,
And once you take that leap of faith and start doing it and putting your time and effort and energy into it, you'll inspire the next couple of people to do what you're doing.
that is true. Chain reaction. That's what's up, Nev. Now, I've talked about following you, but if anybody watching this want to see more of your content, where can they go to follow you specifically?
If you want to follow me on all of my social media except Instagram, I go by Ay0Niv. That's AY, the number 0, and NIV. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Niv_what's up.
That's it. I love it. Nev, listen, this has been so much fun because I love seeing people that I'm mutuals with doing their thing. And then I got the idea of interviewing streamers, and I was like, man, I hope she have time because she was killing it. And I was literally crossing my fingers sending you that message. No lie. And I appreciate you for taking time out your day to do this. I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. No, of course. I appreciate you for reaching out to me so I can tell the world about my streaming experience and give encouraging words and shouting out people that have helped me along the way. I appreciate it so much.
No problem, man. And again, go follow my girl, Niv. It's your boy, Sir. If you're looking to share this video, make sure to do so. It's on YouTube, on the 2020 Network, LLC.com. Get my girl some follows, man. Go to Twitch, follow my girl, bro. She is hilarious. And she be shooting niggas. Like, she be fucking folks up on Apex, bro. So, with that being said, this has been your boy, Sir. Miss Niv herself, Ay0Niv, aka Nivante, aka don't come up on my stream talking that trash. And we're out. Peace.